Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Taking a quick look here at GROK, GROK. This is a request I get a lot of requests for, specifically over the weekend. So we're going to talk about that, and obviously I kind of identify some best practice, big picture here for this coin, and just kind of see really what's going on here with this guy. So if you're new to the channel, just know I'm not a financial advisor. I love to teach people to trade. Really hope you can learn something here today. If you do learn something, I'd love to hear it. Comment below, let me know your thoughts, and be happy to have you on over to our community. We got a really cool Discord community here where we all learn and grow together. It's a lot of fun. And I got some trades as well here, basically some day trading scalps, and obviously some swing trades too. Took some massive profit on KNC, 30%, Uniswap, 30% if you round up a little bit there. That's a nice little short. Terra Classic, 110, and Gala, 190. So again, congrats to our community members for those gains. What I want to talk about though here mostly is the elephant in the room. First of all, we don't have a ton of data, so it's hard to kind of really see a lot of different moving averages. On the daily time frame, we can see the RSI is overextended. It's kind of a big surprise, right? Price action wakes up and continues higher, establishes higher highs and higher lows on smaller time frames. Of course, it's going to happen. We can see money flow index is tapering off a little bit. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the key takeaway here is that the daily time frame doesn't give us enough data to really rely on. Okay. Good thing to note is that we do have this resistance level here somewhat. Again, this is based on this exchange right there at about 2.5, but 2.5 is another one of those areas we want to kind of be mindful about. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to mark daily closures, or in this case, maybe basically 4-hour candlestick closures to kind of confirm where we're at. Okay, so when we take a look at this here, 4-hour candlestick closure, and then this of course is the daily candle wick, basically an open or high rather for that day. Okay, so I know we kind of got that set. We can see a little bit of a sweet spot, somewhat of a rejection spot at about 2.4 to 2.53. Okay, we take a look at the volume. We can see pretty quick there's a strong amount of volume at the lower price point at 1.414 fib. But what we're looking at here mainly is we zoom in a little bit, we can kind of see that there's a large accumulation of volume at this 0.786 level, roughly 1.63. Okay, so 1.63 is potential bouncing point. If the price continues lower, we should see it kind of have some support there based on volume. Again, guarantee? No, of course not, but it's just a statistical probability it'll probably hold above that level unless there's massive selling pressure. Again, it really depends on who's controlling this coin. If it's just people like you and I, it's a different story altogether, but market movers, they like to manipulate the market and kind of sweep levels of liquidity. So we'll look for that on smaller time frames. We don't see any levels of liquidity right now. Taking a look at TD sequential, we have come to previous overextension. So we see here, came up to a 9, got a small little reset there, continued much higher. So now we're finally back down to a 2. Hypothetically, we'll see another 7 days of continuation of the downside. Again, strictly hypothetical. Every TD sequential sequence doesn't always happen to overextend itself, but this coin has proven to do so, and that's something to be mindful of. Mind you, we're still very bullish. There's no MACD divergence on the horizon. If this continues to go lower, of course, in the next few days, we might see that. If we look at the RSI, everything looks pretty clean here. Honestly, staying closer to 70 is a really sweet spot in these newer type of trends. And then, of course, we can see here, the money flow index is still very high. Even though it's coming down a little bit, still staying up there. Taking a look at volume, of course, just to quickly note, we can kind of see if you clear the chart a little bit easier, you can see a decent amount of volume here, but we are starting to work below that moving average. Coincidentally, as soon as the volume comes down below the moving average, the price is tapering off. Okay, so again, the simple way to understand it is that we're overextended, but we are also maintaining above the 20-day SMA. This is the initial trend setter we want to pay attention to. So oftentimes you want to run a trend line concurrent with that to kind of see what that looks like. Okay? So we want to pay attention to this little level here and kind of understand that, hey, there's a good chance the price stays above that level, we'll continue higher. When we break below, we want to kind of second guess it and take another look. We kind of change our mindset once that happens. Right now, I wouldn't say to be blindly bullish, but the truth is the price is more likely to increase than decrease. Let's take a quick look, see here if the hourly tells us a little bit about potential pullbacks. Because if this is the bottom that we could expect based on us kind of finishing our Elliott Wave 1 through 5 pattern, we got an ABC left to finalize itself. In other words, if this is the lowest point, we will see a higher low, somewhere in the 0.5, 0.618, 0.382 levels. And of course, if that comes to fruition, which is coincidental, but also not, this previous candlestick close and or daily high, we can see that'll work as a resistance, pushing the price action down. So the price does end up pulling back up, which is already halfway there. we might be closer to a nice little short entry at this level. It's kind of what this is telling us. Again, this is a guarantee. Do I trade only on this? No, but I like to look at other factors too. Let's quickly look at some other things as well since we're on the hourly, and we'll wrap it up here for you. Thank you again so much for watching all the way through. We can see the Ichimoku cloud here on the hourly. It's telling us that we're still in good shape to leave our long position open, but we're getting really close to closing it. In other words, another 5 hours, the price doesn't go up much further from here, and we just say kind of hang out right here for another few hours. That would be a consideration for the lagging span to essentially be intersecting the price action. More inclination for the price to continue lower than higher at that point, and a possible short. Now again, you got to recognize we're above the cloud. This is still a bullish sign. So again, maintaining that trend line, always a good thing. A good thing. I meant to say good thing, but you get the point, right? Our conversion lines are the baseline. We still have bullish momentum here. So am I saying to short this coin at 2.4? Not exactly. I'm saying if we can't pass that level, we continue to maintain lower lows and lower highs, we're inevitably going to break this trend line and continue lower. But right now, it makes a lot more sense to hurry up and wait and not take a trade. That's just my recommendation. Again, I'm a patient trader. I prefer to, take gains in larger periods of time. Some people need that instant gratification. I need to buy and sell today. I prefer to buy today and sell in a few days, few weeks even. Okay. I mean, truth is, with our trades that we have here, Gala, that was a month and a half ago, but 190% in a month and a half. I don't know. I'm cool with that. That's a 5x leverage trade. Same thing here with Terra Classic, 108 and 2 months. Okay. Sometimes we hit our targets a little faster, like 3 days for 30% and 2 days for 20, another 30%, right? Obviously, we got our scalping group over here as well. We took a long with Solana, hit our stop loss, instantly flipped short, and now we took a ton of profit to the downside. Again, it's important to hedge your longs with shorts. That's a conversation for another day. That's more of a day trading strategy. But simply put, at this point, I wouldn't recommend shorting into this coin just yet. It doesn't feel like we're there. Okay. Again, most signs are pointing up. So take what you will from that. But by no means am I saying for you to short at this level. Just saying it's a consideration if we can't continue that momentous uptrend and break through this most recent resistance level. Okay, so I'm looking for a closure at 2.4 or higher today. That would probably validate an increase or potential continuation of the upside. What are your thoughts? Comment below. Let me know what's going on. I'll go ahead and post our playout chart here on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. They look a little something like this. And I'd be happy to get to know you better if you want to jump on over to our Twitter, Telegram, or Discord. Discord is the most active, of course, but Twitter and Telegram are really good feeds there for the updates and the news. Okay. All right, folks. Thanks again for watching. Hope you have a great rest of the day. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.